According to the earliest studies produced by GSK, Paxil actually showed a decrease in suicidal thoughts and actions compared to placebo groups, or at least that's the way the company presented it, but it was a lie. As it turns out, GSK was actually manipulating their own data to show an increased risk of suicide and suicide attempts among placebos that didn't exist at all. It was all fabricated. It was all phonied up. And again, GSK did this to convince the FDA that its antidepressant was completely safe. An internal email from the company from 1999 showed that the studies had been manipulated to count placebo suicide attempts that should never have been counted at all. Again, they were phoning up the data. The internal email also laid out the many ways that GSK was twisting the data for the FDA approval. All kinds of ways. For example, in 2004, the FDA ordered GSK to include a black box warning for its drug showing an increased risk of suicide in young users, but it didn't specifically mention patients over the age of 24, and GSK knew that was a problem. In April of 2006, nearly 7 years after GSK's own internal documents showed that the company knew it was misrepresenting, making up findings, GSK finally decided to reanalyze its data and found that yes, absolutely, Paxil does in fact cause a statistically significant increase in suicidal thoughts and actions in adults with major depressive disorder. And yet, the product label was still not updated to reflect this fact that GSK was absolutely aware of. That brings us back to the case of Stuart Dolan. Had Glaxo properly warned doctors and patients, and even the FDA, about the dangers they understood 20 years ago, Mr. Dolan and all the people that have died from this product might still be alive today.